I'm Krista Tweed, an applications engineer with HBK. In this video, I'm going to provide an overview of the Perception Review Sweep and Review Recording displays. Perception supports two types of displays for reviewing data: Review Recording and Review Sweep. The Review Recording display is the default display type for Perception version 8 and higher. This review display is most useful when acquiring data in continuous or dual mode. A review sweep display is useful when running a single sweep or multi-sweep acquisition. The user can set each display to use the review mode they prefer. A recording display has a standard time axis. The start of recording is time t=0, and time increases to the end of the recording. If the recording is a dual mode recording, like the one in this example, the data will have sections of triggered sweeps with continuous data in between. In Perception version 8 and higher, a dual mode recording is one where the start of data recording is set to on start of acquisition reduced wait and wait for trigger to trigger memory first. Since the recording display has a standard time axis, you can adjust the time format used in the display. Hold your mouse over the time axis of the display and right-click to open the menu shown here. By selecting Time Format, you see several options. Relative to start is the default selection, but you can also display absolute time in either local time or UTC time. Local time uses the clock settings of the PC running Perception. UTC time converts local time to coordinated universal time. Another important note, if you use Perception's formula database to find points of interest in your data or perform post-process analysis, the formulas always use the recording timescale, not the timescale shown in a review sweep display. A review sweep display is used to display sweeps data. For display purposes only, the trigger time in the display is set to t=0. Pre-trigger data is displayed as negative time, and post-trigger time is positive. If you hold your mouse over the trigger icon at the top of the display, a pop-up will show you the trigger number, the time at which the trigger occurred relative to the start of recording time, and the type of trigger: channel trigger, manual trigger, or external trigger. The pink arrows at the bottom of the display allow you to step to the next sweep. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Control-T to move the red cursor, also described as the active cursor, to the next trigger. Shift-Control-T moves the active cursor to the previous trigger. The blue arrows allow you to jump to the first sweep or last sweep in a multi-sweep recording. The sweep number is also displayed in the lower left-hand corner of the display. The review sweep display offers several advantages when viewing sweeps data. Often there are large periods of time between triggered sweeps in a multi-sweeps recording. Using a review sweep display makes it easy to move from one trigger to the next. In addition, a review sweep display makes it easy to overlay sweeps from different recordings. Since the trigger time is artificially set to time t=0, triggered events from different recordings are easily overlaid. An example is shown here with data from two different recordings overlaid. You can see in the review sweep display, the sweeps are nicely overlaid. To change the display to a regular recording display, I click on the hamburger menu and select Recording. Now you can see that the trigger occurred at two different times for the two test runs. By changing back to Review Sweep display and selecting the star key to auto-scale the time axis, the sweeps are again overlaid. Finally, I want to mention that the Perception display can be customized. To access the Display Setup dialog, select the Display Setup icon from the toolbar, which is shown here, or right-click in the middle of the display and select Properties from the bottom of the context menu that opens. The first tab, Display Setup, allows you to name the display, set the icon size, and add, delete, and name pages. The second tab, Annotation and Grid, allows you to control what is displayed in both the X and Y annotation areas. The third tab, Pane Setup, allows you to add and remove panes from each page of the display. You can also select which traces are displayed in each pane. The fourth tab, Traces Setup, allows you to control the properties of the individual traces in the display, such as color and the Y-scale range. In summary, we discussed the features of both the Review Recording and Review Sweep displays. The Review Recording display is the default display configuration and is best used with continuous or dual mode recordings. The Review Sweep display is designed to easily view sweeps data. We also reviewed customizing all aspects of the Perception display. Thanks for watching. If you have questions on Perception or any other HBK product, please feel free to contact technical support via email or the HBK website. Our website includes local contact information for our worldwide offices, including phone numbers.